interesting things on that list you're saying,
It's been a very interesting one.
All right, I'll call the meeting to order. Do you need do you need an agenda?
Sure, what about one?
If you want to come up the table, you can come sit too. Well, let's sit way at the back. The only thing I'm going to add on is Railroad Park. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
I'll move to approve those minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved by Lee, second by Eric. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Alright. Well, we haven't moved anywhere on the...
No, we haven't moved on. I think maybe once it gets warmer, whenever you want to bring it over, just put it on in front of the garage, and then I can have it. Is it okay? It's okay to have it sit outside for a little bit while it's sanded.
I think so. The only reason I put it inside is so that nobody would damage it any further.
And then I'll take some pictures to make sure I get the color documented, and then I can start sanding and working on the ear.
Okay. So, do you want to look at the screen?
Are you repainting the whole thing too?
Yeah. Right.
I was able to get some software to do this.
Is it a rabbit?
I couldn't get a burrow, so I had to put a rabbit in. Use your imagination.
But that's not.
This was my choices here.
Propane tank in there.
You know, I could have put a duck in there. You want the duck?
Yeah, let's change that. Flamingo, please.
At least
Oh.
maybe goose. Try to find a goose.
Oh my
Everything else in town is Goose River, Brewing Goose River.
Look, well,
So,
that's nifty.
there you go. You know?
That's huge.
Well, I realize that it's probably not the right.
That's pretty close, though. Maybe a little bit.
It's height
Maybe
is,
not 13 feet tall though.
Yeah.
How tall is it? 8?
Oh, it's not. No,
that's probably
it's
6.
4 or 5.
There we go. Does that kind of help determine?
Yeah. Better than a rabbit.
Well, I didn't see the goose right away.
It really makes a difference to me.
It's not I mean, I suppose I could go try to make a burrow, but I'm not that talented right now in this, so.
Sweet software though.
Yeah. So lucky that I'm a teacher, I'm able to get it for
Yeah.
free, so.
I have trees in the background, or are we just gonna?
These?
No.
Well, that's just a landscape picture. Somehow, I suppose I could go take a picture and then it would show up like.
Wouldn't look very nice.
Well, we can wrap Wright's building to make it look like trees if you want.
So this
We did the
is,
same thing with the swimming pool. So.
Oh, really?
so this is what I had put in for a fence. You know, this is that PVC vinyl fence. But we can always change it.
Is that the railroad building right there?
Yep, that's
what,
that.
okay.
Yep. But, you know, you could pick. The other thing I thought of, this is what they do in other places.
Oh.
That's where you put like an I-beam.
slide it down.
You just pound the I-beams in and then you just slide the wood in. That's what they use for sound barriers on the interstate.
Make for easy replacement if you had to.
Mm-hmm. I think you'd have to, well, and if Paul needs to get through there, then he can take out a couple and jump over and put them back down. I think that was one of your criteria. You wanted a gate in somewhere, didn't you?
Well, we probably wouldn't even get down that far with the money we have.
How
Or
far?
lack of money we have, we probably wouldn't get that.
Well, I planned it
my
all.
gosh.
I planned the whole way, but you know.
Right.
Is
You
that
had, you had planned the whole way, you said?
Well, I mean, I hope to get it
Is that
all.
the
Some
scale and
point,
everything?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you got the measurements. Okay. Do you know what the dimensions are of the The whole
Park?
park?
Yep, it is.
Wow, that is awesome.
It's a long ways, I'll tell you that.
It's like 550. Well, it starts at 25, so it's about 500 feet long, and it is
50 feet wide?
well, it's 30 to 75. Well,
45?
29 to 75, so which would be
45,
50,
44.
50 feet.
50 by 500?
Also, I didn't get the caboose in yet because
Okay.
I didn't
Probably
have a
use
caboose,
a
and I didn't want to
flamingo for
put
that. They're
Put it in an
busted.
outhouse there.
You can even go like this too. If you want to see what it really looks like, you can walk through.
No way. Wow. Look at that. That's if we take out all of our businesses. Gosh, it's narrow.
Yeah, isn't that frustrating?
Yes.
So
So is that width what we're allowed to put the fence at?
no, we could put it higher. What
No,
I-
for,
With.
The depth?
yeah, the depth off of,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
I don't remember what that was supposed to be, 50 off of center main line or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 50 off the center of the main line.
Okay. We can just narrow up our road. Who needs parking?
You could. Just not put parking on that side of the street.
Or put a huge sidewalk on there or something like that.
So some of the things that, we had talked about was putting more trees in here. So,
Can you do that?
yeah.
Evergreen trees?
Wow.
We want,
You can put
You
any
got a
tree you
spruce right
want.
there. You got a black spruce right there.
They've got 40,000 different trees, but only a rabbit and a flamingo and a duck.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose nobody, and this is, you can put them at different ages
Wow.
or different heights.
That's sweet. I like this. I could play with this all day.
How many would you like in there?
Well, I just put them back by the fence myself.
Or like right in
Yeah.
here?
Like 17 trees.
Put them,
16, 18, 20?
they're fine. I would.
There you go. Because you can change them to, let's go to, 20 years, 25 years.
It'd be pretty big, huh?
Well, you can still trim them up so they're. I don't know how high you want to trim them up, I guess. 6 feet.
Well, I don't know that they're
What kind
gonna
of
get-
style it is, I suppose the taller ones narrower.
Yeah.
Do they make a spruce that goes higher than wider? That grows taller than
Oh, probably.
probably?
I didn't make them all the same.
Yeah,
so.
it's a little descending, but. It already looks better with trees.
The thing is, I won't be here in 25 years, so
Me either,
I
buddy.
won't care what it looks like. It's only you, Casey, will be here in 25 years. Well, I don't know, I won't be, so he might,
Eric's like 34.
They'll just be walking in to the
Eric's
commission
26
meetings with
Yeah.
a stroller. and a-
Yes, maybe he'll be around, but he won't care.
So some of the other things that I had thought we could maybe put in would be like,
Pizza.
Yeah.
at one time we talked about like a fire pit,
Yeah.
Outdoor oven by the tree to catch fire.
well, kind of like in there, but then would you put in,
Sing carols when we light the trees.
Can you show the distance between those things?
Yep. So if we wanted to put in, stone
Wow,
or concrete will do
cheapest.
right there.
Oh, rock is probably the cheapest. Huh. Wow.
But I still, do you want to put it in like around this too? So
Yeah. Then you don't have the mower kind of bumping up against the brick and chipping that off. And
you might have to do it. But so what did you want to know, Paul? On dimension?
Well, I think too, at one time we were talking about maybe putting on a little shelter type thing with a picnic table underneath it. That can be further down.
Right, like,
so you put it right in front of those trees. Is there enough room?
You probably put that, put the birdhouse in there and that other big brick thing in there, so we kind of know where it's at. Wherever that Nodak, is it Nodak? Is that what it is?
yeah, I didn't have the measurement on that, so I was trying to figure it out.
Oh, the big concrete.
That pyramid or whatever it is.
Yeah. Is that movable, or do we have to leave that?
I don't know, what is the history on that?
Wasn't it there's some
When you're
plaque
sitting
for-
around with nothing.
The history on it is an electrical thing for rural electric co-ops.
So it's not specifically that point or something? Like
No,
that.
it was a monument to say that we've been we've had power for,
So we could shift that to the corner or something like that.
you wanna move
I
that
don't know if
thing?
you're gonna move that.
Taller, right?
It's right by the trees, so.
Well, we gotta bring the rotator in anyways for the caboose. So they can pick that while they're at it.
So when we met with
Yes,
The-
I was hoping you'd.
the Arts Coalition, there was a pretty good interest in helping with this from Sarah and Amanda.
Okay.
We met over at the park one day when it was super cold and windy, so we were out there for like 5 minutes. We snapped some pictures, but they want to help, kind of.
Well, and this will help.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know if we can get them and some ideas to come in sometime and do this.
Might be best just to sit down with them.
Yeah.
Right, I think just sit down and start
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, with this, with it like we're doing now, and see what they want to do too. But one of the things I didn't have was dimensions, so I'll get that too.
Well, and I don't think
I like that concrete idea though.
You have that. There's a telephone pole or something stuck right in there too.
well, in here, but I think we
Yeah.
can take that out.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, what is that for? Just light? Or what is the...
It's power for this, but there's also there's a transformer down there.
Oh,
So the power comes over. I think we can maybe convince an electrical commissioner to work on getting that buried, possibly.
I wonder who we could access for that.
I don't know.
Maybe we're gonna hold the case, she might know somebody.
But then you can add
There's a
these
little
to,
box there too.
Oh, we could add some landscape lights? That'd be
you
sweet.
can actually,
As long as they're far enough so nobody can touch them. Or steel cages around them.
so you can actually do this
You can
too.
change the...
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, wow, this is fun.
See, you got the fire there.
The wind died down though.
Yeah,
I was moving.
it's calm at night.
You want me to change that? I can change the wind.
The only thing you
I
worry
just
about
noticed
now
it was
is...
blowing before, now it isn't.
Weather, you can add snow in there if you want.
Mhm. Wow, that's really cool. Can you put Christmas lights on the tree?
Can you plow the roads for us too?
Amount of wind, here we go. Medium, high.
Wow. I want that
The
flag
flag's on there.
straight out.
Oh, there it is.
So you can rotate it, like you can change the beam angles and
Wow.
all that kind of stuff.
Because you could put those up on that stone wall to shine
Well,
on the
right,
road.
and that's what, I don't know if you can see it in there. I was working on that, but I didn't get it, like,
You have a lot of flowers.
yeah. Well, I thought that would deter people from getting in there.
That's, yeah, we have to put something there to deter people.
And these, what I had what these are hydrangeas, Annabelle hydrangeas, but we could put,
Perennials,
this is a perennial,
is it?
it's a shrub, so.
Oh,
Sarah said that's what she wants.
Did
Doesn't
she?
want to have something you gotta plant every year.
Oh,
She's
okay.
kind of a prairie grass or something. like
Yeah,
that, I think she said
and,
more.
Which you
I-
could
I
put,
I think you'd want color there, so I don't know.
I mean, you could put many different, but there's
Wow.
like,
I think if you want to do something with prairie grass or something like that,
Oh.
maybe back, maybe back.
that may be a little too big.
little excessive of that.
I was thinking maybe you could put something back along the fence, you know, a little strip, you know, to put some of those types of things in,
Yeah, all along that fence.
all along the fence, and it would kind of keep people back away a little bit maybe from the fence, and being walking right along top of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I couldn't figure out how to do this, but I was thinking like putting a ledge, like a sitting ledge, so another build out, so you could actually sit around part of this.
And if it's wide enough, I suppose they'll sit on the circle too, sit on the lights and stuff.
Right, but,
Yeah.
I was talking about because a lot of people take pictures, you know, by the burrow, and if they can't get up by it, at least they can sit around it maybe. So,
you know, but we can do something like,
no, it's like a horse with no tail.
I know. Nope. Missing an ear. Perfect.
but you don't have this cool software at Galesburg, do you, for the park?
You're not
I
wrong.
think they have a computer there.
They got TV, I heard.
Yeah, we just bought that.
Oh,
So, you know, something similar to that where you can sit around the fire pit. You could do gazebos, or you could do,
would you
What would
still put the burrow up on that stand? Up on that? So it'd be
I haven't
like-
seen what kind of stand you have. You bury
probably
that in
because
there?
it might be buried in the dirt,
Right.
so it sits up
I think
high.
you'd still have to.
You could adjust the height whatever you wanted to, probably,
Otherwise, we'd have to get new concrete to put in there, so if you just put the stand in there
and put dirt around it.
and then put dirt around it.
That would work. Then it should be still taller than, you know, that retaining wall, you'd think, but.
Right. So, let's see.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Like if you had a walking path, if people wanted to walk at night for some weird reason. Dumb idea.
We did talk, they did talk too about putting, when we moved the pool, putting underground for outlets, because a lot of the vendors like plugins. So we put outlets on there too, strategically.
Would you put in?
Along the fence line or along?
Well, wherever they feel they would need them, so.
Would there be a sidewalk along the edge there, or some sort
I
of?
think it would be nice to have something
And
along there, that's for
maybe,
sure.
That's what,
But
well, that's
you've
what I
got such,
wonder,
you've got such small area to work with too.
Yeah.
so-
if we put a sidewalk along the road here,
Well, you could do
and
it
you
like,
just have those short 4-foot stands, like the walkway lights.
Yeah, with the plug.
With a plug-in on them, yeah.
You can just do, not 3 2 wide.
That's gonna be a hefty size. Oh, there you go. What's standard, 5 feet now? I don't even know what standard is. Oh, yeah, definitely 5 feet.
The curb and gutter are no good there, so maybe you could put the sidewalk right up next to it and replace the curb and gutter.
There's curb there?
Yeah, there's a curb and gutter there.
Yeah, maybe it could go in next to the road and then in or something.
They can still string.
Yeah.
Where's the intersection down there, Bobby? Right where you got that white block there? That's the whole thing.
This is the sidewalk that's currently there.
No, I'm talking
On the
going
east,
to
or
the
the
south, where does,
South side, yeah.
First Street,
Oh, I don't know. I
not
didn't.
sure how far down that is.
I can find out.
Just put a outhouse or something by the caboose if you can't find anything there. You know, at least kind of know where it's sitting. Building a base, or I suppose you could just do a big shelter too.
325 is the edge of the building. Roughly, let's say maybe 350 start of the road.
So right in here.
Yeah. Whoa, no. Well, yeah, no, it moved over. How long is standard block?
You know, you can put everything in. Put the sign in.
This caboose is,
It's huge.
it's only like 50 feet off. I think we should ask BNSF if they would relocate that to the corner of the property or something. They have something that can pick it, right?
What's the caboose?
Yeah.
I think it'd take a couple payloaders.
I don't think it's that heavy. Yeah, I think it looks fine with 2 payloaders.
Probably. So, but
Well, if Jeff was put it there with a payloader,
Really?
that was a big payload.
two of our size.
Does anybody here know Buck Jeffers? It's all a bunch of kids.
The last thing though I
You're
recognize.
just old, Paul.
I'm just old there.
Hey, Levi, how big is that gazebo right there?
This is a,
Any ideas how I got on the internet here?
How do you get on the internet here?
You guys went to print books instead of. Oh, how does Paul like that?
I think better than the tablet.
Really?
I think you like it better than the tablet,
By
don't
far,
you?
yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing right now if I didn't have a tablet.
Yeah.
So this is so small. No, it's night and day.
feet? That seems really small. What kind of different, do they make like a pole-shaped gazebo? Like square, like post frame looking like that?
Like this style?
Like
Like that brown one, or not the corner.
jeez, we're gone.
What kinds of choices?
This one?
Like 21?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, if it was bigger.
If it was, yeah, that's the. No, Jesus.
No,
Okay,
that's
okay, chill. It's 20 foot tall.
Well, it,
Glenn must be designing that.
oh, scale evenly, that's why. Okay, hold on. So, I don't want to scale evenly. So let's go
We
20
could change into more of a rectangle too.
by,
Yeah, do 20 by 12 and then spin it maybe?
So it's,
Lengthwise with the, yeah.
well, at one time we talked about having like another caboose or something in there where the stage could fold down.
Yeah, like a box car instead of
box
sliding
car.
doors, you
Yep.
just flopped out. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Because I think it would be nice to have some type of stage for the arts,
Yeah,
or a band, or
Because you can always, even if it's, we're limited on space, we can always shut the street down or whatever, we can bring in bleachers and things like that,
right. It's easier to put this permanent structure in for your band that it's covered, and
because those trees are still there, right? That's those.
these are there, these are not.
If you, I mean, you'd have to move the sidewalk, but if you threw that in front of those trees, give you a rough size of what you could have. $30 by 20-ish. It's a pretty decent size.
$20 by $30, thereabouts.
That's good. Big.
That's big.
That's, I mean,
It'd be nice to have it that size, just you don't have the room.
you didn't have the trees in there, you can move it back.
move two of them out of there.
And then do
Yeah,
something
go-
like this.
Go south a little bit too.
Let's go up 24.
Not that
24.
high
I want 24 inches, not.
though.
And then
Well, what are you thinking for a base?
yeah,
Like a,
so
like
it's
a rock.
up. So it's up.
Yeah. Shows all
Sunk.
that. Oh, I moved the fence too. That's okay.
apparently I didn't have to. It went up to that. But you get the idea that
Yep.
more of a
Best part is there's endless potential.
it all depends on the money.
Yep.
But this is where it gotta start, it has to start.
It does, yeah.
If we don't have something,
Which then you could make this, say this section of the fence taller. You know, so it covered the back of the,
music goes the right direction there.
right. Or have this built up against as the fence, or, so you could,
Use that as your backdrop.
yep. So, but we should, I just wanted to show you this, that
Yeah.
there's ideas and
Awesome.
Yeah, I think
finally
that'd be
found something.
cool if you were to sit down with those.
Yeah, we should,
Ladies.
I don't know if we wanna have a separate
I think we could do it separate. 'Cause then it
separate
doesn't have
meeting
to be
just to
a-
come in and
Yeah,
talk through
I
some
wouldn't
ideas.
mind just watching
Okay.
it, cause see how creative they are.
Okay.
With Sarah, I'm assuming Jenna.
Jen and
Jen.
Amanda
Yeah.
Johnson.
Did you guys look at the spiral that she's got already for the concrete and everything?
I looked at it a little bit.
It's gonna look
It's not-
good, I think.
And you get all the
Sweet
plants in
already.
there.
Yeah.
Like a medicine wheel, is that what she called it?
Yeah. I don't remember what she called it.
No, I forgot what she called it. Not a medicine, like a mandala, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I forgot.
Alright. So hopefully then they would come on as new members as well, and
I'm not sure if they want to be members, but they definitely want to.
Why not? We're
I
fun.
don't know. I don't know.
well, or on, like,
Just a
not,
committee or
just be on the group
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
certain things,
Right,
not
yeah.
necessarily.
Yep. I know Dara said she didn't have any interest, but those two did.
And then,
Oh, and then sorry, and Lisa, her husband teaches at the school, basketball guy. Lisa,
Nelson.
no,
basketball guy.
the basketball coach.
Oh, Lisa Rutfold.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Elliot,
She's she's interested too, and she's an architect. So
Oh. Where's she been hiding this whole time?
she, I think, worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield, and she's retired now. So not as an architect, I don't think, but anyway, she had some ideas on how to.
But she worked for the housing.
She's working
I think
for
she does now.
Trail
right?
Housing, or Nelson, Grand Forks.
Oh,
She was working for Beyond Shelter for a while.
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
That'd be nice to get that input, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, the summer art program is, we had mentioned this, but the request is, would the City Beautification Committee be willing to be a partnering organization on the arts and education grant for the Trail County Arts Coalition to run the kids' summer camp? It's not a fiscal partner, just a supporting partner. I assume just so they can get support to move through on the program.
I think so. Did someone ask you that, or
Dara?
Dara did? Okay. I have no idea. Yeah.
Financial support, or is it
No,
just
just-
okay?
Just support, so if you guys want
I-
that, you just need a motion to approve.
I have no problem
What
with
are
that.
what are we supporting now?
The,
summer arts camp.
it's not a fiscal partner, just a supporting partner.
Yeah, I'll move we.
It must be part of the arts grant, they must need supporting partners for this.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Paul?
I'll second.
Probably moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Anything else for the good of the order?
Dara's doing a Bio Girls event on May 17th. That's a Saturday. And I can bring more information next time as far as what she was thinking, but I think she's having something on the street out here, like a chalk fest kind of thing. I think she's hired someone to come in and do chalk art, and we're talking about some other stuff too, but she just wanted me to mention that. That's
So she needs to let Casey know so we can get it
let Casey know.
requested.
Okay.
Requested
Yep.
to when and time so we can
Okay.
get the street shut down.
We doing not the street fair, but
Hillsboro days?
nope,
Casey, is it a K
every
or
Thursday thing or whatever it is.
C?
I think they're doing it 2 times a month now instead of every Thursday, but
Okay.
we'll know more probably on Wednesday
Town.
when we meet again.
It's only March. You have to realize that the weather's been really nice and it's only March.
Getting scared. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be
I'm
planting here
excited
hopefully in a
for this.
month.
This is really nice to see something. It's
Yeah,
really
that's
nice to
awesome.
put things around and move things around and come up
Change
with
the
a
time of
plan.
day and
I've been trying to look for this for a long time and just,
What's the name of the program?
it's called Real Landscape Architect. It's like $2,000 to buy it.
Oh, wow.
no. But I love it. I mean, that's sweet. Change up different trees, you can change up everything. I mean,
Yeah, you can. I wish I'd had that for the swimming pool. We could have saved a lot of money.
Can you say, oh, never mind? Well,
Huh?
just say never mind.
yeah, if you could find it'd be nice to get a box car donated and we can just have something retrofitted on it to make that a stage, but
There is one.
20 footer? How big?
You just need one with a platform, right? For like a stage.
Like an open, yeah.
Could have got all those railroad ties. So,
That's the thing, what do
I
you
tried to
put-
get those two.
yeah,
What do you put in the box car?
I don't know.
Or do you just have that whole entire side cut out and framed up?
Well, it just folds down and you got your
Oh, the
stage.
whole side?
They still want to paint the caboose too, or do some. Is it possible to do a wrap? They wanted to know.
On that material?
And then Sarah really found a mosaic person from where she's from in she's from not Grand Rapids, but Granite Falls, Minnesota. There's a mosaic person she talked about.
What does that do?
Mosaic is like cut pieces of tile or glass,
Oh.
and then it's put on. So she was thinking something.
So like stained glass would be a part of that?
yeah,
somewhat,
it's
but
more
more
of
stone
like
than-
use a grout, like you put it on like a tile and then you
Okay.
grout around it, kind of thing. But anyway, I think I'll let her.
Oh, I know where you are just by looking at that. Are you in Fargo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that
By
on Main
Steffes?
Avenue?
No, this is,
Right by Odessa?
no, it's,
Where are you?
Nash Finch is right here. This is TNT Fitness. So this is Maine.
Nash is on the
Nash.
west of you right now?
Yep, Nash. is
Oh, okay, I
right
know
there.
where you are. How did you just happen to go down the back road?
I went because I was going to TNT Fitness and this was all blocked and I thought I'd go down and turn in here and there's all barricades.
Oh,
So I had to go down here and turn around. And then it's just miraculously there's this,
Amtrak? What is it?
it's a instructor car.
Who owns it?
I don't know. I assume whoever owns this building, but
We could slap that on the rail and get it here, couldn't we?
That thing's long.
Yeah, that looks really long.
No one even would take up the rest of your space.
See?
Something like this.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Christmas train does.
Great.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool.
What do you think? Think I came up with new ideas?
And then they stole
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, they put lights up and
That's cool though. I like that.
But that's all it is, I mean, and I guess they didn't even put, the wall didn't even come down, they just opened the doors and just have the stage that flops
Oh,
down.
leave it down all the time.
You could,
The
yeah.
stage, yeah. Well, because then
We
you could at
could.
least support it and.
Right, we could, you know. But a way that you can close it up and. Yeah, cause this is the.
You would think with all of these derailments that there may be a few box cars that are somewhat salvageable instead of just crushing them up, you know, RJ Corman and.
Is there a way to cut, we talked about using that before and cutting that open, right?
That one wouldn't work very well,
Wouldn't?
cause it's,
Such tight quarters in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I should, yeah. I need to Google it a lot. They actually sell them.
I mean,
How long do those end up being, you think, though? Do they come in different sizes, or?
this one's 50 foot. Oh, this one's 100.
Wow.
31, oh, that's 50 foot. You know, but you're looking,
How long is that caboose, you think?
I think it's 35, 40, somewhere in there.
I'll get a hold of Warren Buffett. He's on my speed dial.
Is he?
I'll see
Yeah,
if
none of
he'll
them
donate
have,
one.
prices on them, so, but yeah, they're out there. It's just finding.
Yeah, I wonder about that one by Odessa. I wonder if.
Along Main there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a passenger,
It
isn't
is?
it?
That's
I
like an
think so.
Amtrak one?
I think so.
Well, and see, that's, at one time we talked about doing like, taking up one of these, like, you know, like putting a dining car in there for like meeting spaces.
Double wide car.
But that's gonna take, you know.
I'd like to see when you go to the south here more, I'd like to see a rest room facility too.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Right.
Someplace down in that area.
Down by the,
Well, someplace, yeah.
yeah, so we have,
More from the main.
and it doesn't even have to be like heated, it could just
Even
be.
back here, they've got all these back here. There's so many boxcars like sitting behind like forklifts of North Dakota that aren't even being touched. So I wonder if they would
Maybe.
ever let one go. I don't know. It was 8 months ago. I doubt they've moved since.
I'll let you work on that.
If I get one for
When
free,
they pull that one,
someone's hauling it.
well, when they put the track down to do it, you can just have them with the track. I was talking to I can't think of his name right now, that drives trains over by the school there. What's his name? In Knutsen's old house. You know him? Anyway, he drives for Burlington.
Oh,
He's
who's
a
Knutsen's?
conductor. And I was talking to him about how they could move that thing, and he says that they would come in and they got tracks they'd actually put down and they could just move it. So
Can they make it drift a little bit and put it at a 45?
I don't know what they could do.
there anything else you guys wanna talk about? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Meeting's adjourned.
If I get a